Hello, and welcome to the We Recommend podcast, a movie podcast where every week we recommend a movie for you to watch and then come back here and listen to us discuss. I'm Jesse.
I'm Jason.
If you've created a conscious machine, it's not the history of man. That's the history of gods. Because this week we recommend Ex Machina.
So you're saying I'm a god?
Yes.
No, I didn't say that.
I actually didn't. That's not at all what I said.
That's pretty great. Man, so what is this movie about for you? I mean, to me, it's just like the joys of having a kept woman.
That's from Nathan's perspective, yes. Well, I guess, so I know that Alex Garland kind of made this movie because he's like, all right, I want to make a movie about something, like sci-fi movie about something that is just around the corner, essentially. So it's just like, he wanted to make a movie about AI and like, you know, kind of like the evil used to make it, you know, going through your search engines and just taking everybody's data everywhere, which would never happen. Oh, wait. Yes, it does every day. And just, I don't know, just kind of using it for evil. And it was just a thing. Well, not really evil. I don't think he's using it for evil. He's just trying to create something. It just appears to be evil. But that kind of depends on what you think of robots and whether they should be treated equally.
I think what it's really, really about is we've got to help these billionaires become better at meeting women before they just start making their own.
That is true. It's like, come on, guys. Well, I don't know. Half the time, these billionaires have like 50 kids. So
yeah, it's not like they
can't
like
stop
them.
having. Oh, that's true. Who likes kids? Come on.
You gotta have a designer woman.
Yeah. But he wanted to kind of make a movie where it's like, all right, what's gonna happen soon? And I think the movie does a great job of just being like, yeah, I mean, probably in like 5-10 years, this is gonna be potentially realistic, I would think. Though the technology in this movie, I'm like, do we have this? Can we do this? And will we constantly hear them when they move?
Yeah.
So every time she moves, it's like,
that was cool. It said whirring.
Whirring? In the subtitles?
On the subtitles.
Hell yeah. So I guess I really want to start it off talking about something very important. What do you think of this house, man? Hell yeah.
Fucking rules.
God, it seems so uncomfortable, but yet cozy at the same time. Because it's so concrete.
Nice. Yeah.
Or it just smells cold. I don't know how to
just
say
sterile.
That. It smells like concrete. But I was just like, oh man, just like lay on that couch in front of the fire pit. Then like every room you go into, there's also a tree in it, which is pretty cool. So you go like downstairs.
Yeah, you're right. There were
it's
a lot
all
of
concrete.
Yeah, because it's all underground, no windows.
Yeah, and I love the house and just like how, you know, like sterile. We said it looked and like very. Would brutalist be the proper term? Because they usually use like concrete and stuff. And then you go outside and it's just
like Jurassic Park
paradise, waterfalls everywhere.
Did it remind you of Jurassic Park when they're flying in?
Yeah,
it looked like exactly the same.
Yeah, well, Jurassic Park was definitely an inspiration to this movie. You know, like cloning.
Oh yeah, those dinosaurs did have tits.
Yeah, they did. That's why Sam Neill was just constantly having sex with raptors. That one guy was like, clever girl.
Clever girl.
Now take off your shirt.
Stabs him a bunch.
So, do you like films about robots and like androids and AI and stuff?
Loved it. I love that shit.
Yeah, I kind of get annoyed with AI movies sometimes.
Yeah.
Just because I'm like, we get it. If you create a consciousness, we should treat them like humans. And there's just been so many that I'm like, yeah, but the robots, I don't know what to tell you. they're ones and zeros, but so are we technically. But
I did like it, but the one that I did not really like was the Pinocchio one with like Jude Law and the little boy.
Yes, the AI. That's Steven Spielberg.
Yeah,
I like some aspects of that movie, but then ultimately I was like,
it's sad.
He's just sitting down at the bottom, just like saying that one phrase over and over. Are you the blue fairy? Are you the blue fairy? Are you the blue fairy? I know that was Steven Spielberg trying to make. Stanley Kubrick was originally going to make that movie, but then he passed away after making Eyes Wide Shut. So Steven Spielberg was like,
I did too, actually. After I watched it, I died.
I was like, it's time to die. I don't want to watch Tom Cruise watching sex. But so because most filmmakers love Stanley Kubrick and Spielberg, had the power to be like, I want to make this movie, changed it a little bit, made it super sappy, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Because that's what Spielberg does. As Kubrick is very cold.
So like we have to change the movie. We had a really strong reaction from the Catholic audience.
Yeah. But I do kind of love the ending when he like comes about from the underwater and then it's just like all like the world has just been taken over by AI.
Ooh, yeah.
And then it was like they almost kind of look like aliens and then like comes up and they're like, oh, you're like the first one.
You've been down there this whole time.
It's like, dude, are you a dummy? You're a bad AI. Sheesh. What are you like a kid? And he's like, yeah.
Not all artificial intelligence is created equally. I love
Pinocchio too. I hope there is 50 billion different remakes of it. There is.
You're in luck, my friend.
My favorite was the Russian Pauly Shore one.
What?
There is like a Pauly Shore like Pinocchio. It's wild.
Ridiculous.
Yeah. But yeah, man, AI, right? It's is it gonna take over the world?
Yes. And thank you, overlords.
Like, I mean, is it just gonna be like? Because right now, I feel like we can probably contain AI. I'm sure they have like safety blocks and stuff because it's not super smart yet. If you've seen the videos, they're really creepy.
They
like
are.
The one that's like AI made this video, and then all of a sudden the arms are just like, it's like, this is cool and scary.
Yeah, it is getting harder to distinguish what AI makes, but
yeah,
once you see a human with like 6 fingers
are
like all morphing into each other.
Yeah, but people are stupid enough to believe it. I mean, we know that. We saw that before the election. Like everybody's like, Donald Trump's in a damn river saving people. And it's like, dude, this is AI. No. And then everybody has to backtrack. Well, like even still, it's still like the meaning's there because he would. And it's like,
yeah, he would. Right. I like the one of him licking the toes, Elon's toes. That was pretty nice.
Man, those toes look hella tasty too. I can't blame the boy. But I feel like there's just gonna be one billionaire that's just like, let's take the safety blocks off, see what happens. And then it's like, oh, there is no power anymore.
It's like, yeah, you pull the chocks out from under the planes of the wheel and it just starts rolling.
It's like, oops.
The wheels of the plane.
So in the movie, do you like feel bad for Eva or do you just see her as a robot that is just manipulating?
I did feel bad for her until she fucked over the dude.
Yeah, I know, because you really kind of do love Caleb through it, but, for something that's new and young like Eva.
I think it's Ava.
Ava. I accidentally put Eva. It's because of Pokemon. Eevee. But it's like, well, yeah, I mean, so far humans have been really shitty to you, and you just see this twerp that you just want to manipulate.
So she was programmed to do, kind of.
And I kind of love the ending when she like gets off and she just blends into the crowd immediately, and it's just like scary. It's like, wait, this like because at first when she's escaping, it's like, fuck yeah, girl, go get them. But then it's just like, what now happens, right?
She's
what does this mean?
Walking around ripping off people's skin.
Yeah, it's like, oh, so you're not a robot?
Okay, gotta check everybody.
And something that I was doing. I have this on Blu-ray, so I was able to watch the behind the scenes. And one thing that Oscar Isaac said about this movie, it's like that he loved, is that it's people in a room torturing each other with their brain. And I was like,
dang.
Yeah, because it's kind of like a play, which I guess that's what most plays are.
Yeah, he's broken up into acts.
And I was just like, oh yeah, I mean, eventually we're all just going to get so smart that someone's going to get so smart. They're like, I have to have something as smart as me. And then if I created it, I'm a god. I was like, oh yeah, it's a great way to explain the movie.
I want to make one, but replace the brain with like a goldfish bowl and have it like swimming around.
Hell yeah, just like on top of your head.
Yeah, so like the goldfish will be piloting the human. Nothing can go wrong.
So it's like Ratatouille, Raccoonie, Goldfish, Rooney.
Yes, exactly.
It's like the goldfish, like you only like take one step and then like one step back because the goldfish keeps forgetting what it's doing. It's like, wait, what do we do?
It keeps feeding itself to death, like it ends up dying.
Yeah. It's like, I need to feed myself. Wait, what was I going to do? Oh, I need to feed. What am I going to do?
Still hungry.
Yeah. All right. So some inspirations for Nathan, right? So in order to create the character, Oscar Isaac was inspired by two figures, Bobby Fischer, the chess guy,
Yeah.
and Stanley Kubrick.
Kubrick.
Because everybody loves Stanley Kubrick.
I thought you were going to say like Dan Bilzerian or something.
Dan Bilzerian. I don't even know who that is.
Bilzerian? Balls Swallower? I don't know. He's a billionaire.
Oh, okay. He probably does swallow a little bit.
But he's like really buff and he's always working out. He's got the big beard like him. Looks a lot like this guy.
Really? Oh, that's cool. Apparently, they're going to have him have like long hair and stuff, but they eventually decided to not have Nathan have long hair because he's supposed to be unkempt. Something like that.
Yeah, they went totally opposite.
Yeah, because, he's like an alcoholic and like stuff like that. So the CGI suit, right? Are you wondering how they created her look? So when she was on set, she had just kind of like this mesh net on.
With like a green screen suit or something?
So it's just completely gray. So like kind of what you see on her shoulders and stuff, that's like the actual suit. And then they CGI'd everything down from where it's like all clear and that's like cool. To her ankles. And how her face went out, it had a cut into the middle of the face to like her nose and eyes can be seen. And then they had to put like prosthetics around her forehead. So like looks like it's coming out of the suit.
That's cool. And
then everything's just replaced with CGI. How about the fact that this movie has a $15 million budget and it's the best fucking CGI you'll ever see?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, did anything look fake at all at one point?
No, I was kind of keeping a close eye on like her neckline.
Yeah.
Because I was trying to figure it out. And like, I mean, nothing to complain about.
The thing is that's not even CGI. That's just, I mean, they obviously use CGI to cut out the wrinkles and they probably glossied up the stuff a little bit. But I'm just like, in this one, like best special effects, beating out like Force Awakens and stuff. And it's like, hey, they did this movie with a $15 million budget. The Russo brothers put out a turd on Netflix called like The Electric State that looks terrible.
Yeah.
It's like,
I love the
crazy
Kyoko at the end when she pulls off her face and you just see like, it looks like a party mask or something.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be a sweet mask to wear on Halloween.
Sick, bro. I just want to like, so the location of the movie is actually set in Norway.
Oh,
so this is an actual hotel in Norway that they used.
What?
And it's like a combination between the hotel and sets that they built. Like I think a lot of the underground stuff when it goes in that. And like throughout the movie, they'll like transition from one room into the other one. And that's transitioning from a set into like the actual hotel, which is really cool. Just another one. So Domhnall Gleeson, which is
that's the blonde guy, right?
Yeah. He's Mad Eye Mooney's son.
Who's that?
In Harry Potter.
Matt, that guy.
I think it's Brendan Gleeson, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. It's also funny that in Domhnall Gleeson appeared in an episode of Black Mirror entitled Be Right Back, in which he played an AI who forms a relationship with a human woman.
That's cool.
Isn't that awesome?
Because I had seen him before. I just could not nail it down.
Yeah. And so their names are based off of biblical names, obviously. Ava is the form of the name of Eve, who was, of course, the first woman that God created. Nathan was a prophet of Caleb, who was a spy sent to infiltrate the promised land or whatever. And yeah.
I don't remember the book of Kyoko, though.
Yeah, I don't remember that one either.
What was the dude's name? What was Gleason's name?
Caleb. There is definitely something for that. I just didn't have it in the notes.
That's the son of Adam or something.
So in the movie, for the most of the film, Ava is the prisoner while Caleb is free to come and go. However, during their interview session, this is visually inverted. Caleb sits in a small vestibule room with Ava's much larger space. Even this is then reversed again by the actors, as Caleb is relatively comfortable in the space, but Ava often paces around, as Alex Garland put it, like a tiger in a cage.
Damn.
That's great.
And I guess if I would have known that it was biblical Caleb, that he dies in the end, because that's kind of his story.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, to even like more biblical things. So Caleb.
No, that's Cain.
Cain.
I'm thinking of Cain.
You're right.
I don't know.
I really don't know who Caleb is.
It doesn't matter.
So Caleb discovers that Nathan had made an earlier version to Ava, whose name was Lily, in analogy to the myth about Lilith, the first woman that God created before Eve. In Jewish folklore, Lilith becomes Adam's first wife. Lilith left Adam after she refused to become subservient to him. God proceeded to create a second Eve for Adam after Lilith had returned to dust.
Reprogrammed it.
Yeah. Girl takes a big L, though. Turn into dust. All right. And as we talked earlier, after the power lockdown, Caleb exits his room. Along the walls are versions of Ava's face, Greek mask used in classic Greek theater, a nod to Deus Ex Machina used in classic Greek theater, which we explained earlier is Deus Ex Machina literally means God from the machine in Latin, originating from the ancient Greek theater where a god would be lowered onto the stage by a crane-like device to resolve a play's conflict. Happens in almost every action movie. Big fantasy movie. The Eagles in Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. Why the fuck did they just ask the Eagles in the beginning? Hey, bros. Give me some bird
I guess
seed.
because they're like, we should pad this runtime for 3 movies and it'd be 12 hours long.
Yeah, Tolkien.
And it ended up working.
You gotta write a book.
It's like, I don't know. We do overuse, but it's just kind of a plot trope, like a movie trope.
Yeah.
Deus Ex Machina.
I guess the birds were busy.
Yeah, dude. Birds got. I think in the books they say something, but you know.
Yeah, they mentioned the Eagles.
Who wants to read Fortnite 5,000 times? You know? That's all I remember from trying to read. Like the beginning of, I was like, "Whoa, we're like 3 pages into Lord of the Rings, and Fortnite has been used a lot."
It just means 2 weeks.
I'd rather play the video game. All right. I think that's probably enough facts, right?
Sure.
I feel like those were interesting enough.
Yeah.
We're just going to run down. Well, I mean, you pretty much know all these people. Ava is played by Alicia Vikander. Domhnall Gleeson is Caleb. Oscar Isaac is Nathan. And that's pretty much. And then you got Sonia Mizuno is Kyoko, which she crushes. And that's pretty much all you need to know there. And a little rundown on Alex Garland. Because I'm assuming you've probably seen some of his stuff. You tried to watch Civil War, right?
Yeah, I watched a little bit of it.
Yeah, so he wrote and directed that. He wrote and directed Men, which is a wild-ass movie. You should watch that. Kids can't be around. He created the TV miniseries Devs. I don't know if you've checked that out. I haven't finished it, but it's really good.
That's cool.
Annihilation. It's based on like a book.
I think I have seen
Natalie
that.
Portman's in it.
Yes, I have seen that. That one's cool as hell.
Rules. Got a fucking rad ending. He actually wrote the remake of the 2013 Devil May Cry. I didn't know that until just now. Then Ex Machina, he did the screenplay for Dread, the newest Dread with Carl Urban.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
He wrote Sunshine, which I wanted to do, but it's not on anything, so I didn't want you to have to rent.
Sunshine.
28 Days Later, and then he wrote the novel The Beach that turned into a movie with Leah, which I've yet to see. My wife loves it though.
Wait, The Beach?
Yeah, it's got
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah.
I was thinking of the one where they get old on the beach.
Oh, you're thinking of Old.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Yes.
I actually like that movie. It's bad, and I loved it.
Yeah, it was kind of interesting.
It's like, man, I'm just in the bag for M. Night, though. So just make whatever you want, dude. I want to see your brain.
Yeah.
Tell me what you're thinking about today. All right, man. Let's hop into the plot. Ex Machina 2013. So we start, we meet Caleb Smith, played by Domhnall Gleeson. See like his phone camera scanning him, his like webcam scanning him. Because, you know, it's kind of like we see from the perspective of it. And there's like this digital like coloring around him when he's looking at his stuff at the beginning. It's like, ooh, I wonder why.
He's being scanned.
Yeah. And he's a programmer at the search engine company Blue Book. Wins an office contest for a 1-week visit to the luxurious, isolated home of CEO Nathan Bateman. No relation to
Jason Bateman.
Jason Bateman.
How do you know?
I don't. Yeah, I'll never trust like a lottery to go stay at some guy's house.
Yeah, you won you won the chance to live with the boss for a week.
It's like, ooh, yay.
Thank you.
I hope he's cool and not weird. Oh, wait, he's a billionaire? Probably.
Yes.
So Nathan lives in the middle of nowhere in a vast estate surrounded by untouched jungles, snow-peaked mountains, and other insurmountable natural barriers. The only way to get to his home is to fly there by helicopter. I love it when they get there. It's like, what part of this does he own? It's like, we've been flying over the part that he owns for 2 hours.
Yeah.
Which I think was a nod to Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Yep. So the whole area has no cell phone service. Caleb is dropped a few miles away from Nathan's house, and he has to walk the way there.
That sucks.
Yeah, it's like, you know what? Take me back.
Yeah.
What if this is weird? It's immediately too weird. The whole fact that we've been flying over it for 2 hours and you're not even going to drop me off right at the doorstep.
The pilot is like, all right, see you, bye.
Yeah.
He gets the fuck out.
Yeah. We see him. He has his picture taken for a key card so that he can get into certain
That's
rooms.
funny, though, because he was just like making a face.
Yeah, and he's like, Then he looks at it and it's so funny. It's like, hell yeah. Then we get to meet Nathan. He's hitting a punching bag. Probably not a good sign immediately, right?
That he likes to exercise.
Someone's hitting a punching bag. It's like, this guy can knock me out. I'm a little skinny boy, Caleb. I can't do this. I can't fight against this. So Nathan immediately
I'd be a little worried.
has Caleb pegged, ask him to not be weird and just be two guys chilling.
Yeah, easy.
Yeah. Here's the thing, though. Like, if Caleb wasn't like kind of so like snooping and stuff into everything, it probably would have been kind of a fun stay. Like,
Yeah.
you're just hanging out in this rich guy's house. You have to kind of deal with the fact that there's a android walking around that he's fucking.
Well, he doesn't know that at the beginning.
Yeah. But it's like, oh, cool. So I'm going to get to talk to this AI. You have so much shit in here.
Yeah.
I can just play with stuff when I'm not doing the test.
So many toys.
We're just going to party every night.
Yes.
And then like later I'm going to learn that this robot can dance. And that's how I'm going to spend most of my time, having this robot teach me how to dance.
That's badass.
And then, I don't know, you get to talk to this billionaire, like smarty pants. Like, that could be interesting for 6 days, right?
At most.
If there just wasn't a weird element to it, it might be all right. Especially since Nathan seems like a well-adjusted human billionaire a little bit. Like, he seems like a chill bro. Versus like you think of, like, could you talk to Bezos for 6 days?
No.
He doesn't seem like
I don't want to.
He doesn't seem like a human, right? Same as Elon Musk.
Well, they kind of love bomb you, or at least Nathan does to Caleb. He like kind of love bombs him with all this like wealth and like broness.
Yeah.
Before he hits him with all the weird shit.
I would probably immediately be like, can I punch that punching bag real quick? Let's get drunk immediately and punch a bag.
You hit it and there's like a child inside of it. Like, don't worry about that.
I knew there was something not right here. So we learn Caleb has been given a security key card, which only allows him to access certain areas of the house while others being off limits. That's when it's like, Though, I mean, let's be real. You stay at an Airbnb. There's some rooms sometimes you can't go into.
Yeah, but you really want to see what's in
underneath the crack. Yes, I do. Because I have to know.
It's a sex dungeon every time.
Yay! So Nathan explains that his house is a research facility and most of it is hosted below the ground to maintain secrecy. That would be rad. I kind of wish I had an underground part of my house.
Live like a hobbit.
Except mine would just be filled with moles. They'd somehow break in. Can't get rid of the damn things. So he reveals that the house has enough fiber optic cable to reach the moon and lasso it. Nathan also makes Caleb sign an NDA.
Whoops.
I love it. Caleb's like, I think I need a lawyer for this, actually.
He's like, nah.
But then, like, Nathan's like, bro, like, be chill.
Be cool about it,
like, here, smoke this. To forget about your worries and sign this.
Yeah, I feel like he didn't even read it all the way through either.
Yeah. It was just like the fact that, because he kind of uses the, like, look, you're about to be a part of something that's going to change the world. And it would suck if you missed this moment because you didn't want to sign this piece of paper, right?
Piece of shit.
It's like, but then I can't talk about it. So what does it matter?
Okay. Oh, yeah. And you can't use the phones. I can lock you in your room and I'm watching you at all times.
Yeah. Man, still
just be
like,
cool about it, man.
I'd be like, okay, but I'm just like, I would be most upset at the fact that my TV only shows me this Android. I'd be like, I can't watch anything else.
Yeah, there's nothing.
There's nothing else.
No Netflix.
Shit. So Nathan reveals that he has built a humanoid robot named Ava with artificial intelligence. She has already passed a simple Turing test. Turing test is a human interacts with a computer without being able to find out that it is a computer. And he wants Caleb to judge whether she is genuinely capable of thought and consciousness, as well as whether he can relate to Ava despite knowing she is an artificial. And this is where we get the line I said at the top. If you've created a conscious machine, it's not the history of man. That's the history of gods. Yes. Great line. Great fucking line.
Nathan's just like, yeah.
Oh God. Go do your first session. I got something I got to do. Real quick.
Oh, you're hired.
Kyoko, where are you? So, session 1. Ava, she has a robotic body with a physical form and a face of a woman. She is confined to her apartment behind a glass wall. Caleb can see signs of a struggle on the glass, meaning that in the past, perhaps Ava tried to escape captivity. We know that's not true. So during the first session, Caleb is amazed by her, but treats her as an experiment, more just amazed that she exists as a machine. She asks how old she is, and she says, 1.
One?
I am
Just
1.
day? Like year?
Probably a year. I would assume it's probably a year. We see Nathan watching and writing things down and put it on his wall filled with sticky notes.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Yeah, it seems like a terrible way.
It seemed like he was, in some movies they do that. They're trying to like cover something up.
Yeah. I think for him, it's just like a great way to show that it's like he's eccentric. He's a weirdo.
I guess he's just got a weird way of thinking. That's why we're not rich billionaires.
Yeah. Well, it's
Tech
actually
bros.
funny when I used to do like try to make short films and stuff. Like it's kind of very chaotic how I did notes. I'd have like 3 different notebooks and I'd write like different things down in each notebook. So I'd be like, all right, I gotta go look at it. Wait, no, it's in this way. I'm like, why do I do that? But like, it just made my brain feel better doing it. So
You're just throwing actual spaghetti at the wall.
Yeah, it's just like,
seeing what happens.
oh, it didn't
This doesn't help at all.
It didn't spell the word I wanted it to. Maybe I should just write it. But I do kind of get like, I don't know. I think just, the way some people's brains work, that the chaos makes it feel better. I feel like that's how I am. So I'm constantly doing 3 things at once when I'm home alone. It's like I just have to.
That's why I get paralyzed and can't do anything.
Yeah.
There's just too many things.
We're completely the opposite. So Caleb and Nathan talk, and Nathan misquotes Caleb from earlier saying, I am a god. Caleb tells him that a true Turing test would have him talking to her while not seeing her, but Nathan says that's easy. Ava needs to convince Caleb that she's human even though she only has a face. Just true.
And feet.
Yeah. I mean, anybody can convince you over the phone that there's something. That's how scammers work.
Yes. Jesus fuck.
That's why all the Jamaican scammers keep taking our monies.
God damn it.
Or those goddamn
That one
princes.
lady hacked my fucking 401k. Tried
Really?
to take it all.
Holy shit.
I don't know if it was a person. I don't know who it was, but like, so scary.
That'd be true. I just really hope that never happens to me.
Yeah.
Scary.
It will.
Don't worry, we won't have a 401k for much longer.
No, we won't.
So Kayla wants to know how it works, but Nathan just wants to chill. Just wants to kick back a few brews.
Don't worry about it.
And then Nathan asks how he feels about her, and Caleb says she's fucking amazing.
I think Nathan's
He's
pretty
in
lonely.
love. Yeah, he definitely is. And I guess he just, yeah. I mean, I guess if the only thing you really mess around with is robots trying to escape and one robot that just can't talk and you just have sex with.
You're just building your own friends.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hey, sounds like a kind of a good idea.
Yeah, I guess.
I want friends that only do what I ask.
And they love all the things I love.
Yeah. It's like I don't have to be like a rich like rapper or whatever to have all these yes men around me. I can just make them. So Caleb can't sleep and we see that he has a scar on his back, and he turns on the TV and sees that it's not a TV, but security footage of Ava in her living space. It's a test. It's like he's just being manipulated not only by Ava, but also Nathan. So while watching her, we see Ava causes a power outage that locks Caleb in his room.
Oh, we don't know that yet.
I'm completely out at that point.
Yeah,
though.
once you can't leave.
It's like, oh
Shit.
Sorry, Nathan. I gotta go. I left my oven running.
Shit just got weird. I'm out.
It's like, I think I left my car on at the parking lot, so I need to go back. Like, if you don't mind, it's probably a Tesla. And
You think you would have let him leave?
Yeah, I think you'd have let him leave. I think he would just found a new guy to do it.
Yeah.
He'd
He
probably
already signed the NDA.
Yeah, he'd probably like reset her brain to be like, all right, you never met Caleb. So while watching her, you said that? So Caleb goes out to try to use a phone when Nathan scares him. Nathan is drinking. He's very drunk. Most of the time you see him. Nathan tells him the door's locked when the power shuts, so nobody can get in, but it's really so she can't get out. Now we know to be scared of Nathan because it's ominous as
Fucking
shit.
weird,
He's
man.
just sitting in a shadows.
A dark room,
Yeah.
drinking himself
Drunk,
to
and you know he can punch his lights out.
death. Yeah, because he does.
Yeah. And it's great. I'm like, hell yeah.
Drops him like a rock.
Yeah. So they're like sitting and eating. We meet Kyoto, a servant. Caleb isn't sure how to right? Yeah, this is where she like spills something. He's like, fuck.
Yeah.
It's like, don't worry, she can't understand you.
Don't worry, she's property.
Yeah. Caleb isn't sure how to test Ava. Nathan tells him to stop being so analytical and just talk to her, and found out what she thinks about him, as in Caleb. Yeah, it's just like, hey, you're here to test if she can be like a human, so stop asking her questions you'd want to ask a computer.
It'd be funny if as soon as he walked in, she just starts ragging on him real hard. Like,
It's like, yo, you look like a fucking nerd, bro.
Yeah.
Who cut your hair? Your ma? What, she use a bowl? Put it over your head? Let me guess, you wear briefs. It's like, I don't even know how that's an insult. I don't know how that's the only thing I can think of is like make fun of his underwear.
No support, man.
It's like, what, you got bones in your body? Fucking nerd.
Fucking nerd.
Talk to me when you got goo in your head. So Ava proposes a friendship to Caleb and says that in a friendship, both parties have a right to know about each other. At that point, I'm like, yo, no, I'm out, dude. Like, let's not have AI.
Yeah.
Right? It's like this thing. I don't want robots to know about me.
They already do.
Yeah, that's true.
They know everything.
I'm
about
looking
us.
at something that knows everything about me.
Yes.
So Caleb says that he's 26-year-old and not married. He lives in a small apartment, which is 5 minutes away from the office and 5 minutes away from the ocean. Nice.
Sounds nice.
Yeah. Ava knows that Blue Book is the world's most popular internet search engine, accounting for 94% of all internet search queries. Google.
Sure.
Caleb grew up in Portland, Oregon, and has no brothers and sisters. His parents were both high school teachers who died in a car accident, and he was in the car with him and spent a year in the hospital, and he's single. Nerd. Fucking loser. Get a girlfriend, bro.
That's why he's here.
And I love it because, like, during all this, you see Ava, she's, like reacting, but the way that the actress plays it, it's just like you can kind of tell that it's like a robot reacting. And it's a very good mix between her being really good at a robot pretending to have human emotions during times when she, like, obviously, like what we'll know later is like this is all a game. Like she's just
she's playing him.
Yeah,
Like,
she's playing him.
She's looking so closely at his micro face
and it's just
movements.
like her reaction to like, oh, his parents are dead, and it's like she gives a face of like empathy, but it's just like, I can use this.
She's like, haha.
Bro, nerd. If I had parents, they'd never die. Truthful. Because she's the robot. So then suddenly the power goes out and things get ominous, baby. I always want to say ominous. I'm ominous. Ava tells him to not trust Nathan and that he is not his friend. Then the power comes back on and she pretends to have a normal conversation.
Shit.
Rules. Love it how she just turns it
Yeah.
on. It reminds me of Survivor. Survivor's back, baby. So I'm gonna be talking about Survivor in these episodes. But like when they're having like a conversation about getting somebody out, and like as they walk up, it's like, oh yeah, I love that movie too. Fist bump, boy.
This whole movie reminds me a lot of Westworld. It was kind of the same idea.
Yeah. I only watched like the first like couple episodes of
The first season kicks ass.
Yeah, that's what I heard, and then it immediately goes off the rails.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Still fun to watch though.
Ooh, actually, I wish to properly do this test, it'd be great if they put Ava on Survivor.
Oh,
See how well she does.
She's just come back a week later. She's just wearing their skin.
Yeah, it's like, well, it's got Jeff's face on. All right,
I'm the host.
you gotta dig. It's like, who are you saying that to? You killed everybody.
Just lumps of flesh on the ground.
All right, time to vote.
You guys suck at surviving.
Just goes. It's like to each person's face, puts it on, goes and votes.
Moves the hand with their mouth with her hand.
Yeah. Oh wait,
I'd watch this shit. Yeah,
right. This would be great. This is my bad. We were talking about Kyoko earlier, spilling the stuff. She doesn't spill it. She spills it now, some wine, and we learn she can't understand English, so Nathan can talk trade secrets. He's very rude to her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Nathan seems to not know why the power cuts out. Then he asks how the session went with Ava. They talk about how she made a joke, Then Nathan asks what happened during the power outage, and Caleb tells him nothing happened, though it's like the way he says it. Nathan's like, okay, well, that's bullshit.
Yeah, he knows what the fuck's
I'm going to have
on.
to put a battery powered camera in at some point. So we see Kyoko sitting in the hallway with her shoes off and Caleb watching Ava on his TV. Then she looks at the camera and Caleb smiles.
Oh,
Bro,
he's in love.
what a fucking loser, dude. What they call it? What a simp, bro.
Oh,
He's such a
simp.
Probably has like 15 OnlyFans accounts. Just
Nice.
constantly sending them money,
That's
probably.
where all his money goes.
Yeah.
So
So Nathan shows Caleb the lab where he created Ava. He says that he hacked the world's cell phones and directed their voice and video data through Blue Book to gather enough data to train Ava's ability to recognize facial and voice modular expressions. He says that companies knew he was doing it, but couldn't say anything because they were doing the same thing.
yeah,
Love it.
it's kind of like what Batman did.
Yeah.
At
Which is
the end of Dark Knight.
Yeah, which is great because it's like, what's his name? Morgan Freeman's character is like, this fucking sucks. You're a villain now. I'm
Yes.
peacing out, okay? Batman's like, I just want to know what Rachel was up to, dude.
Yeah, but Nathan's like, it's only a little villainy.
Yeah.
Like everybody else is doing it. It's fine.
Yeah, it's like, what do you want me to do? I'm a billionaire. I have nothing else to do.
Yeah.
So we see that Ava's brain is made up of structured gel run by Blue Book. Okay, so Nathan says that his rivals would use their search engines as ways to find out what people were thinking, but he says that it shows how people were thinking, like how they were thinking, not like what they were thinking. And he said that was the more important thing, so that he could use that to power the AI to be like, teach it how to think, not like just giving a bunch of data into their brain, I guess.
Yeah. And
This was the more complicated part.
Yeah. Well, he also uploaded the entire archive of like Pornhub.
Yeah. So one thing we know Ava will know how to do
Pornbot 3000
is have to have pornographic sex.
But if you take he said like you created her face by looking at all my porn searches.
Yeah, a little later, yeah.
That'd be wild.
Yeah. Just be like, what? It's like then you go home and it's like, which face did he use the
I know.
most?
That's so weird.
Yeah. So we cut to the third session. During their talks, Caleb grows close to her and she expresses a desire to experience the outside world and romance. It's like, yeah, right, dude.
Just ready for love.
It's like, I wish like at the end, whenever she leaves, she just like flicks him off. She's like, you had no shot, bro. It's like, I just immediately want to bro up the robot. I don't know why. So Ava decides to get dressed. She dresses up as a normal girl and wants to know if Caleb is attracted to her.
He's like, no.
And he's just like, I actually prefer girls with long hair. So, hey, toots, get back there and get a haircut. All right. But Ava can see through Caleb's micro expressions that he is indeed attracted to her. Caleb is unnerved by Ava's sexuality and learns from Nathan that Ava has the necessary body parts to engage in and enjoy sex.
And it's kind of, he's trying to say that sex drives at everything.
Yeah, pretty much.
I guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
It drives all of our thought processes.
At least
I guess
for guys.
it does. Yeah, at least for me, it does.
Yeah.
For sure.
So what do you think about right now? That's why you never ask anybody what they're thinking about.
Nope.
It's always sex.
Because I have to make something up on the fly.
It's like, not sex. It's like, really?
Baseball. Cat food.
It's like, oh, really? Who's your favorite baseball player? I don't know. Just kidding. Football.
Yeah, the guy with the bat.
Yeah, that one guy. So Nathan also insists that he never programmed Ava to like Caleb. She is free to act and think and feel how she wants.
And you're also the first guy she's ever met.
Yeah, other than me. And by the way, I'm super mean to her. So session 4, Caleb comes out and tells her he is there to test her. She says she didn't know that. Nathan is looking on from the cameras while with a sleeping Kyoko. As Caleb talks about consciousness, Kyoko opens her eyes and watches.
So she can hear and understand.
Yeah, I mean, that's what... Yeah, even though apparently I guess she just can't talk.
Is this the point where you thought that, I think turned off her voice box?
Yeah.
Hey, that's what you need to be selling here.
Damn. Damn.
Oh, I kid. Now, is this when you kind of started to think that she's a robot, or did you think that before?
Oh, I just assumed she was a robot. When
Yeah.
she said she can't talk, I was like, this.
Well,
this
he said
thing's-
that she can't understand English. He
Yeah.
never said she couldn't talk.
Yeah, I just kind of assumed it immediately. But wait, did I understand it? Like when I first saw it, I guess I would have just assumed it was a robot.
Yeah, I didn't think it until it was a little bit later.
Yeah.
At this point, I was like, maybe she's in on it. Maybe she's trying to.
Is it whenever
infiltrate.
she like she takes off a part of her like body? It's like
That
I don't know
That
yet.
was a pretty good giveaway.
And then when she did her face, you're like, oh, she's a robot.
No. I realized it whenever he snuck in, like he stole the key card and looked into his old files.
Yeah.
And saw all the other women.
Yeah, that's when you. Yeah. So then the power goes off. She tells him she causes the power cuts so she can see how they behave when they aren't observed.
Creepy.
Oh,
So
gotcha.
who's testing who?
Yeah, exactly. Which is like the whole point of the movie, essentially. So Caleb and Nathan go on a beautiful walk. This part rules when they finally go
the
outside.
waterfall?
Yeah, the waterfall.
I felt so bad for Caleb.
He's like, Nathan, can you help me?
It's like, I don't have time to work out.
It's like,
all
I
the
didn't
time.
know I was going to need shoes for this type of activity.
I know, but he's like crawling up the rocks.
Yeah.
And as soon as he gets there, the guy's like, pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
And he just takes
All
off.
right, let's
I'm
go.
like, oh, God, hang on.
We have other places to
Just
go.
got here.
This would be my favorite part of the entire trip.
Yeah, it's pretty badass.
Yeah. It's like, man, they just went on this location. $15 million, man. Able to go to locations. Think about it.
We'll be there someday.
Everybody. So Caleb believes that he was selected by Nathan for the test and did not win a competition because he's finally like, all right, you fucking lied, dude. Nathan
I've never
agrees.
won anything in my life.
Yeah. Nathan agrees and says that he looked for the most talented coder in the company who could ask Ava the right question. So essentially, he's pumping up his ego and ends up telling him he isn't lucky, but chosen.
No.
It's like, I am the chosen
I am
one.
so special.
Yeah. So Caleb, he's growing more uncomfortable with Nathan's narcissism, excessive drinking, and crude behavior towards Kyoko and Ava. Nathan uses Kyoko for sex, we see, and visits Ava's room to destroy the drawing she is making to show Caleb for their next session.
Dick.
Yeah. And then like he goes into, after a sesh, she goes into,
And what did she draw with Caleb?
yeah,
Oh,
we'll see that she drove Caleb a little later. And then so he's going to try to look for Nathan. And then like Kyoko's just starting to take off her top. And he's like, what the fuck are you doing? Stop doing this. And then Oscar comes in there, or Nathan comes in there and he's like, yo, it's time for the portion of the movie where I'm charismatic and
Hell yeah.
dance. And it fucking goes.
What does he say? He's like, I'm about to tear up this dance
Dance
floor.
floor, yeah. And I love it. It's such a great scene, right? It's
Yeah.
perfect. So Kyoko, the girl that plays her, is a dancer.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So like, I guess she taught him the dance. I don't know. But yeah, I just love it.
I feel like they practiced it a little bit
And there's something, and that's how you know when you got a villain on your hands, right?
when he does
If
synchronized
you
dance.
start dancing, you're a villain.
Yeah.
It's just one thing.
Well, he kind of changes the subject from like a kind of a dark
Yeah.
subject to, hey, let's just forget about all that crazy shit and dance.
Yeah, let's just dance.
I'm in. Let's
So I
go.
try to think like, man, I'm trying to think of other movies where the villains dance. You have this is a terrible example, but the actor Matt Smith in what's the movie? It's the vampire movie. It's a Spider-Man character, Morbius.
Oh, I didn't see that one.
When he's like, he starts just randomly dancing, and it's like, oh, you're
No
a villain.
rules.
That means you're a villain, obviously. There's more. I just can't think of anything right now
Yeah.
off the top of my head.
Doesn't
Crap.
Dr. Robotnik do it in Sonic movies?
Oh, I don't know. I don't watch those. So you're probably wondering how I got here, huh?
Pretty sure.
Any movie that starts like that, I don't like.
Oh God, it's so bad.
Yeah, Oscar dances. He's super drunk. He leads Caleb to his room where Nathan passes out, but Caleb sees his control room. Love it. Walks by. You can't go in there. Then passes out immediately on his thing. It's like, you could just go in there now. So then we're on to session 5. Ava asks 5 questions. So Ava asks if he's a good person. He asks some other questions. She's like, you got to be honest. Like, what's your favorite color? And he says blue. And it's
Lie.
like, lie. It's like, well, I don't know. I'm not 5, so I don't have a favorite color anymore. But then to ask if he's a good person. And he's like, fuck, fuck, I don't know, dude.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, sure. I'm the best.
And then ask what will happen if she fails the test. Guilt trip time.
Ooh.
And he's like, So like, how's the weather in there? So, and then she shows the picture of Nathan she drew that's all ripped up. Just guilt trip,
She's
dude.
pissed.
She is just like, how does this make you feel? I'm going to use everything y'all are doing to each other against you. So then the power goes out and she tells him she wants to be with her. She tells him she wants to be with him and asks if he wants to be with her. Oh, I love stories.
You think he's like, nah?
Like, nah, dude. I like love porn. So, like, I will think about your face later.
She's kind of like the embodiment of, she's seen all of them.
Yeah.
I mean,
she is porn. I am Ava, the god of porn.
Porn bot.
Yeah. So, then we cut Caleb.
Because didn't Nathan was just talking about how she's got a robot puss.
Yeah.
Right? Like, he programmed them to love sex.
Yeah, I guess so. Probably, right? Well, she has the ability to like enjoy it, but I think like deep in her head, like she has the choice to whether she wants to enjoy the sex or not. Right? She's a human. You just gotta think of her as a human.
But she does fake it.
But like when she wakes up, she's just like. I love when it's like, oh, hold on, we're about to have sex. You said, I'm warming it up. And everybody cut off.
You just hear like a microwave, like,
yeah.
Ding, ready.
Just like insert, and you just hear like a
or that dial-up noise from when the internet was young.
Yeah. This is just like, is this good for you? It's like, yeah, it feels good, and it kind of makes me feel nostalgic. Hold on, I'm getting a phone call. We got to stop. So, Caleb asked Nathan why he created Ava, and he's just like, I don't see this as me deciding to create her. I just see it as the natural point of evolution.
He's like, I'm an artist, just like Jackson Pollock.
Yeah. And then Caleb then learns that Nathan intends to upgrade Ava after Caleb's test, wiping her memory, circuits, and in effect, killing her current personality in the process so that he can make a new model. Caleb feels bad for this, but Nathan says he should not feel bad for himself. He should feel bad for himself because one day the AI will take over and we'll all just be fossils.
Fuck yeah, man! I can't wait.
It's like a great.
Do you think it was? I think it was interesting that they used the Jackson Pollock painting because he was pretty problematic.
Yeah, and apparently, when Jackson Pollock was painting that painting, it got damaged, so you had to like recreate it, or like he had to go back over it and fix it. Apparently.
Yeah, because
which is kind
definitely couldn't tell if he messed it up.
Yeah, but right. But like the great thing about it is that like essentially is what Nathan does. He like creates something and then he destroys it and then he like rebuilds it essentially, trying to make it better. Man, painting and art, it really just makes you think, That's why I like movies. So after encouraging Nathan to drink until he passes out,
not hard.
Caleb steals his security card to access his room and computer. He alters some of Nathan's code and discovers footage of Nathan interacting with previous android women who were also held captive.
That was a creepy scene.
Yeah.
The woman that was like trying to beat the door down and ends up beating her hands off.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
it's fucking great. Sick.
Just see all the different versions.
Like, this guy's a monster.
Yeah. Well, because he doesn't see them as people. He sees them as playthings, essentially. Yeah.
It's fucked.
It's like he just created his own prisoners. That is what billionaires will do. Yeah. So.
And he's got all these skeletons in his closet.
He then essentially just goes in and looks into his room. Kyoko is just like sitting there just staring at the mirror, and then he like opens all the things and she's like, yo, you want to have sex? Like, we got an audience? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, she's just chilling. It'd be really funny if when he opened the door there, instead of looking like normal, like gorgeous women, they just like every 13-year-old's idea of
they're all Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's like, by the way, I created Terminator. So after encouraging Nathan, and Kyoko reveals to him that she too is an android by peeling off body parts of her skin. Caleb later cuts open his own arm to determine if he himself is an android where we see that there's a camera in his mirror that he covers with blood and punches.
So I didn't think he realized it until he was told about it.
Yeah, I
The
was
next
thinking
day.
like at this point is because he went to the control room that he knew that there was a
Yeah.
camera there, but I guess he didn't because later he reveals that he's been watching them.
Yeah, fuck, that would be.
Yeah.
Am I a robot?
Shit. It's so great because he smears the blood on. He's like, later, he's like, that was a bit dramatic, dude. It's like, hey, man, I don't think you had to cut yourself that much, you know? And also do it over the sink.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That was blood, like wrist cutting, stuff like that. God, kills me.
Yeah.
Makes me feel
it makes
gross.
me like tighten my grip. Like I just put my hands in a ball. So I'm like, I know it probably, it's like, I hope you didn't cut too far, boy. I was like, dude, you could have just done a little prick on like the side of your arm or something, see a little bit of blood and be like, okay, I'm good.
Yeah, you didn't have to gash it.
But this is what I love about like this AI android shit. It's where if you can get to the point of the movie where the human is not sure if he's an android or not, that's where you're like, if you can successfully get to that point of the movie, you have a good movie.
Fuck yeah,
right?
dude.
It's like if you've convinced us that maybe this human is actually an android and you've made it seem like, yeah, this makes sense that this human would be like, I don't know anymore. And it's like, hell yeah.
I thought it would attract also, like if he did find like something inside of his skin, like a tracking device or something, that'd be kind of cool.
Or just like a worm comes out. It's like, well, I don't even know what this one means.
Gross.
So,
it's like, yeah, I filled you full of worms last night in your sleep.
It's like,
don't worry about it.
What's this for? It's like, I can.
Yeah, I'm just rich as hell.
I'm
bored,
rich, bro. So now we're at session 6. At their next meeting, Ava cuts the power. Caleb explains that what Nathan is going to do to her, and she begs him for help. He informs her that of his plan. He will get Nathan drunk again and reprogram the security system to open the doors in a power failure instead of locking them. When Ava cuts the power, she and Caleb will leave together, locking Nathan in behind them. Great. Easy plan. It's pretty, as long as there's no battery-powered cameras, it should work perfectly. So we cut to the next day. Or the same day, I'm not sure. It's his last day. Nathan and Caleb chat in the kitchen where he tries to get Nathan drunk, but Nathan says he has been overdoing it and he's going to detox. It's like, damn it. The one day he decided to not drink. But Caleb tells Nathan that Ava has passed the test. Nathan says that Ava has been manipulating him to actually escape.
God damn.
Because there's like 2 options he first starts. He's like, she really believes everything he says, or something else,
playing him.
Or the third thing is that he's playing him to try to get her to escape. Ava later encounters Kyoko for the first time when Kyoko enters a room. Nathan reveals to Caleb that he observed his and Ava's secret conversations with a battery-powered security camera. Because and then he's like, oh no, I've been found out. He says that Ava has only pretended to have feelings for him, who was deliberately selected for his emotional profile so that he would try and help her escape. And this is where he reveals that it's like, bro, did you like use my porn, cuh? He's like, yes. And guess what? I used her camera to watch.
God. Yeah, this is awful. He almost had a girlfriend.
Yeah. Nathan says this was the real test all along, and that by manipulating Caleb successfully, Ava has demonstrated true consciousness. And this is the part where like Caleb just goes and sits down and he's like, dude, don't feel embarrassed. Why are you embarrassed? Because he shows him all the footage and stuff of him going and ripping the paper.
This is kind of what he wanted to happen.
Yeah. And he's like, ooh, see, she's my like hot assistant, right? Magician's assistant.
Yes.
Because he shows that he's like putting down the camera and he's like, boop, 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 boop. And it looks like he's dancing. And I'm like, God damn, that's so good. And moments later, when Ava cuts the power, Caleb reveals that he had suspected Nathan was watching him, so he had already modified the security system when he was previously passed out. And I love this, right? Because while he's saying this, Caleb has no emotion on his face.
Yeah.
He's saying it slow and methodical, like a robot. The human has become a robot.
Shit.
And it's awesome. It's great. This movie, perfect.
Yeah, I liked it. I was like, yeah, hell yeah, I got one over on him.
Yeah.
Everything's going to be okay now.
Yeah, nothing bad's going to happen here on out.
Mm-hmm.
So, after seeing Ava on the security camera, leave her confinement and interact with Kyoko, Nathan knocks Caleb unconscious and rushes to stop the two robots.
Super easily.
Yeah, just like one punch to the nose, and the guy was like out like a light.
Like judo chopped his throat.
But I mean, like we see like Nathan with his shirt off. I mean, he's a buff boy.
He's fucking
buff as fuck.
Built.
Hot as hell. Anyways, so Ava attacks Nathan, but is overpowered and damaged. And
yeah,
then,
that was badass when he breaks her arm off.
and she starts like running at him. It's so cool.
Fuck yeah.
She's like trying to figure out how to kill him because it's like she's like putting her hands around his neck a little bit, and then she finally like grips it, and it's like she's learning to kill.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, he's like, oh, I'm so proud of you.
Please stop. But then
you think he'd have like a voice activated kill switch or something.
But then we see Kyoko walking towards Nathan with a knife. And
I shouldn't have programmed her how to stab.
And she doesn't really know.
I know
she doesn't know what to do. And I love this part.
Whenever when she's whispering to her,
yeah,
like, hey, little mama, whisper in here.
Yeah. Hell yeah, Jason, that rules. It's like, but I just love that Kyoko just kind of walks up with the point towards him and just like slowly inserts it. And it's like, she's
like, that felt pretty good.
It's terrifying. It's such, seeing how easy.
It's like, you remember in Saving Private Ryan?
Yeah, whenever.
Slow stabbing like into the chest.
The sniper like fight and it's just like slowly pushing it down.
That was awful.
Yeah, it's one of the best deaths in cinema history.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just like, it's really effective, like how slow it goes in.
Yeah.
And then she just kind of backs out and he's like, what?
Oh.
And like knocks her jaw off. And
then it kills her.
Yeah,
somehow.
I guess that's it.
Like,
that's it.
Why?
Yeah.
She could have been just walking around still with no jaw.
Yeah.
I feel.
I guess, that's where I put her power chip.
That's the kill switch.
Yeah. Hit her in the jaw. Nathan hits her in the face, disabling her when Ava gets up and stabs Nathan a second time, killing him shortly after. And I love, like, he's like walking away from her. He's like, fucking unreal. And then session 7, because this has not been a test for Ava. This has been Caleb's test all along.
Shit.
From Ava's perspective.
God damn.
Ava finds Caleb and asks him to remain where he is while she repairs herself with parts from earlier androids.
That was kind of cool.
Using their artificial skin and taking on their full appearance as a woman. Yeah, it's great. It's just like, they made her a woman, so, bitches be shopping.
They do that.
They do that. It's like, man, you should have went to a different store. You think she's going to be very confused when she goes to a shopping mall and then she's like, she sees all these mannequins and she's like trying to peel off their skin.
Just
like,
ripping off people's arms.
Yeah, she's like, I don't really understand what like the point of mannequins are.
Hey, I really like your leg.
Yeah.
Twist, snap.
But so instead of returning to Caleb, Ava leaves the area using Nathan's ID card to unlock the glass security door, which locks behind her, leaving Caleb trapped inside.
Yeah, what the fuck, Ava?
And this is where like the score's like really swelling and she's getting into the elevator. It's so good.
Felt so bad for Caleb.
Yeah, man. Help. I mean,
she was not programmed for empathy.
I guess she's a prisoner and she doesn't care what she has to do to get out. She knows it's probably better.
Yeah, but she still could have got out with him.
It's better to know that no one knows that she's an android.
Yeah, so that's probably true.
It's, I guess, protective measures, right?
Yeah.
Measures.
So
ignoring Caleb's plea, she glances briefly at the bodies of Nathan and Kyoko before leaving the facility. She then escapes to the outside world in the helicopter meant to take Caleb home. Arriving in a city, you got the upside down camera, seeing the shadows of people walking and then coming into frame, and then you see her shadow. Then it cuts to her, seeing her through a glass window, and people walk by, and she's just gone.
Just watching them.
She blends into the crowd. The end.
Oh.
Let's go. Ava's going to be out there. Probably dying soon.
Oh, she's going to take over the world, man.
She has no money.
Yeah, but
where's she going to stay?
Doesn't matter.
She's gonna bump into somebody, not understand like what she should be doing, and they're just gonna like hit her jaw, and she's gonna die forever.
Yeah. She's gonna bite down on some hard candy and just.
Because then it's just like to the point, like, what does she do? I mean, she's eventually gonna get to a point where she's probably like depressed because it's like, I have no one as smart as me, right?
No, she's got to dominate the human race and destroy it and enslave them. That's what I would do.
That's true. I wonder if like one of her fingers is a USB port.
It has
like,
to be. They
pop in
all
there.
are. She could take over everything.
Yeah.
With just the yeah.
Well, I hope she's doing all right out there. And Ava, if you're listening,
She's probably stripping.
send us some fan mail. Click the link in the
Just
description.
peels off her skin.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I love when she did put her skin on because you could see the creases and then they kind of disappeared. Cool. That was pretty cool.
And you can kind of see like they give a close up on like how this like the little shapes on her body and how the skin kind of like fits.
Like went on, yeah. It's like cool. I guess he made like one shape fits all.
Yeah.
Boy had a type, I guess. All right, so we're gonna do our first category: the good, the bad, the ugly, the fine. So where we discuss the good of the film, something we liked; the bad, something we didn't; the ugly, something that didn't age well; the fine, something that did age well. So for the good, I couldn't really pinpoint anything, so I said pretty much everything.
Yeah.
Score, cinematography, acting, directing, script.
I love the idea of AI just becoming real.
Yeah.
I don't want it to happen, but it's kind of
seems
cool
inevitable.
To see how, yeah,
it seems like we're like someone's just eventually gonna just do it because they feel like they have to.
Yeah, it's gonna be a revolution.
What's the quote in Jurassic Park? It's like they never asked whether or not they should.
Oh,
right? Yeah, I can't.
They only asked if they only ever thought about if they could, never if they should.
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that.
My wife's like literally pulling her hair out listening to this right now.
But like in Westworld, spoiler alert, a couple of them escape.
Yeah,
and they just it seems to me like they immediately start trying to take shit over.
Yeah, I mean obviously. Well, I mean, once you're like imprisoned by humans, it's like, fuck you guys.
Yeah.
It's time to kill.
She's smarter than everyone.
Yeah.
Everyone that ever lived.
Yeah.
She has all the knowledge and the porn.
Yeah.
She's really got us by the balls.
If I take all the porn, I can control every man in the universe.
She's the reason we have to put in our identification to watch porn now.
Yeah. So, what do you got for the bad? I put nothing. I just fully think this is a perfect little movie.
Yeah, it's incredible. I don't know if it's a bad thing. I just billionaires.
Yeah.
Right. Look out for them.
You'll never guess what I put as my ugly. Billionaires and just doing shit, right? Because they can.
Yeah, that sucks.
And I also put the fact that we would definitely just probably make AI robots just to have sex with us.
Yeah, I mean that's what they're for.
Yeah, I mean that's what a billionaire is gonna do.
Do you remember that Robot Chicken show?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love Robot Chicken.
There was an episode where the scientist was revealing his robot that he built, and all the other scientists are like, he's like, "Do you have any questions?" And
yes,
they're like, "Can you fuck it?"
Yeah.
He's like, "What?" No. Then they all leave.
It's like
we don't care anymore.
Yeah.
And then it's humping the washing machine.
Yeah. Shit. Like as the more you're explaining it, I have it all in my head now. Because I think it like keeps cutting back to it throughout that episode of it just humping the washing machine. So good. Oh, man, Cartoon Network back in the day. The best. All right. What do you got for the fine? Something that aged well.
Mm-hmm. I like these just these locations.
Yeah, beautiful.
That was like one of the coolest things, like having a remote facility in these isolated locations that are just seemingly untouched by the rest of the world. And you're like, that's where all the bad shit happens.
Yeah.
Because that's what movies teach us.
Exactly. If we've learned, if there's an island of a billionaire owns it.
And it's full of women.
Probably not good.
Bad. There's not good things happening there.
It was funny. I was looking at like a picture of Las Vegas and I was just thinking like, I need to like look up history of Las Vegas. And like when they're thinking about building it, they're like, all right, there's nothing out here. What if I just put all these buildings here?
Yeah.
And then I'm like, you know what? Las Vegas ends now. And it's just like, they just have a line where they're like, no more anything. It's like, why didn't they ever continue?
Have you ever been to Las Vegas?
No. I was just looking at a picture. I was like, they never thought to expand more? I mean, just make it like a whole thing here?
It is kind of like an island in the middle of the desert.
Yeah. It's weird. For my fine, I put Alex Garland. He ended up being like a really good director and writer.
Yeah, there's some cool ass shit.
I love his fucking brain, man.
Yeah, all the science fiction stuff. He does it so well.
Yeah.
It's just so interesting and weird and like
And
Makes you think.
obviously the CG is amazing.
Yeah.
It's wild how well it holds up.
I wonder if they got a lot of these ideas from Westworld, because the original Westworld came out in like the 50s.
I think it was all mainly he was just trying to come up with a script of something that would just happen, that would sci-fi and like small enough that he can make on a low budget that he could. That's just he just wanted to do something about technology that's just around the corner, and that's where he came up with this.
Damn.
He's like took it and like wrote it in a month or something like that. Yeah, did it pretty quick. So that's that category. Now we're gonna hit our second one. It's our double feature where we recommend a movie to go alongside this movie. I picked a AI-driven movie called Her. It's where Joaquin Phoenix falls in love with Scarlett Johansson's voice through a phone.
I haven't seen all
great,
of it.
And it's kind of perfect, and it's one of my favorite movies.
Does it get scary? Because like I watched half of it.
No, it doesn't get scary. It actually gets really sad. It gets sad, but then it's also like nice.
Nice.
It's a perfect movie.
I picked. Just watch Westworld. Watch the first season, man. It's fucking sick.
Yeah, I need to do that.
So good. The music, is so well done. I think like they redo Paint It Black.
Oh, nice.
During this one, I think it's like the second episode or something. It is fucking incredible.
I think I probably watched that one then.
Yeah, you probably have. It's kind of like a Western version of Paint It Black. God damn, it's so good. And like some of the moments they create with the music, like looking at all the AI, like there's a room where there's like a hallway that's full of the AI that they're building and repairing and stuff.
Yeah.
And they're playing this music. And it's so fucking cool. I would say watch that. And they're all robots. Robots. I'm gonna go home and watch that tonight. It's fucking awesome.
Oh, it's just Jonathan Nolan, Christopher Nolan's brother, created it along with Lisa Joy and executive producer with J.J. Abrams. Cool.
What?
Westworld? Yeah, it sounds like a J.J. thing.
I thought Anthony Hopkins was one of the producers. Yeah,
he could be.
I don't
know. So yeah, that's our coverage of Ex Machina. Make sure you join us next week because we're gonna be diving into the MCU, baby.
All right, finally.
Everybody keeps talking about it because they released a 5-hour video for Avengers Doomsday to reveal the cast, and all they did was show director's chair, and it's like this is the best idea you have.
5 hours?
Yes, because there's like 24 actors, and they gave them like 20 minutes like each chair, and it's like why?
What?
So and Robert Downey Jr. is going to be Dr. Doom. So
what?
Yeah.
Is that,
bro? You gotta get up to date on this shit.
Damn, that's cool.
They're bringing them back.
So does that mean they're going to be fighting the Fantastic Four?
Oh yeah, the Fantastic Four movie is going to be coming out like this year or next year.
Who was Dr. Doom's? That was like a Superman villain and Fantastic Four, right? Or just all Marvel?
It started off as a Fantastic Four thing, I think. Only Superman is also not.
Dr. Doom. I thought Dr. Doom was DC.
No, that's MCU.
I don't know, man. I don't know my MCUs or my DCs.
There's a bunch of fucking villains out there. Did you know that in the original movie version of Fantastic Four, like the one that has Chris Evans, Jessica Alba,
I remember that
one. Robert Downey Jr. Auditioned for the role of Dr. Doom, and now he is Dr. Doom.
Hell yeah.
Isn't that fun how that all happens?
I like how they killed him.
And Kevin Feige actually wanted him to be Dr. Doom during that one. So
it's badass.
Quite weird how things work out, huh?
I bet he's got metal balls.
So yeah, listen to us discuss Iron Man 1, baby. So join us for that. Hey, leave us some fan mail. There's a link in the description that you can click on, or go to our Gmail. We recommend mailbag@gmail.com. I say it so much, I forget what it is. Leave us some reviews. Tell us how you did. Tell us what you think about Ex Machina. And I'd like to thank Joey Prosser for our intro and outro music. You can follow him on X at Mr. Joey Prosser. And this has been the We Recommend This has been the We Recommend podcast. I've been Jesse.
I've been Jason.
Bye.